My name is Amy, 25 years old, employed. I'm about to tell you about my mother-in-law, who caused the craziest incident ever. I got married this year to my husband, Takuto, who is the same age as me. We are both relatively young. We are both employed, so our living, as well as our relationship, are going quite steady. We live quite close to Takuto's parents' house, so we often go to meet them. His mother, Natsuo, is only 46 years old, and she even looks like she's in her 30s. She has a really positive and social vibe, so my relationship with my mother-in-law was like a close friend. I thought I was really lucky to have her, but one day, when I was out for work... Hey, this is kind of weird to ask, but does your mother have a younger brother?
What? She's the only child. What of it?
Then maybe a younger cousin?
Not that I know of. What's going on here?
Well, actually, I'm actually out for work and taking a break at a cafe, but I see your mother, and she's with some guy you don't know. She hasn't noticed I'm here, though.
What does he look like?
He looked really young, younger than 40. I wouldn't be surprised if he was in his early 30s.
How's the atmosphere?
That's exactly why I needed to talk to you. They look really close, almost like they're lovers. What should I do? Pretend I didn't see anything?
I don't think that's really possible. Can you make things clear for me?
Yeah, I thought so too. And so, I decided to go talk to the mystery man and my mother-in-law. As you can imagine, it was extremely awkward. I joined the two and talked for quite a bit. Takuto later asked for the result.
How was it?
They say they are friends.
I see. What, were they friendly?
Extremely suspicious. The moment I came up to them, she was really flustered. They kept on trying to dodge my question when I asked them about the relationship.
I see.
What should we do now?
I guess we should wait.
We couldn't decide to do anything about it. I was feeling hazy, but there was nothing I could do. Ever since then, I've been avoiding going to my parents-in-law's place because it was kind of awkward. But I couldn't leave the situation as it is. They may or may not be having an affair, but it was more likely than not. But it's not like I had proof. And even if I did, I wasn't sure if I was supposed to be the one confronting them about it. As I was going through these mixed emotions, I received a text message from my mother-in-law. How are you doing? Very well. Is there something wrong? Not really, but I haven't seen you in a while, so I was wondering how you have been doing. I'm sorry, I've been quite busy with work. Yeah, I can understand that. But don't push yourself too far. Thank you so much for your concern. I'll be careful. By the way, about the other day. The other day? You know, when we met at the cafe. Oh yeah, what about it? Well, I thought maybe you got the wrong idea about Tanabe. Tanabe? That's the person you're with, right? Yes, I introduced him to you. Yeah, but you were calling him by his first name. His name's Taichi, right? That's right. And what about him? Well, he's a boy, and he's much younger than me, so I thought maybe you saw us in the wrong way. I don't think I'm getting any wrong ideas between you two. So it's not that you stopped coming by because you were feeling awkward seeing me then? No, it's because I've been busy with work. I see. Sorry to ask such a weird question. I just thought it would suck to have to go through trouble from a misunderstanding. So I just had to make sure. Okay. She really only made things more suspicious. If there was nothing going on, she wouldn't be messaging me like this. But I still don't have proof. And most of all, I'm still wondering whether or not I'm in the position to be doing this. The father-in-law, by the way, is in his late 50s, so he's much older than his wife. He's a really nice, calm person. He's almost retiring, but since he owns his own company, he provides a wealthy life. Almost the ideal husband you can ask for. It's not something for me to barge into, but I can't let the woman freely have an affair. Besides, her blood-related son knows what she's doing. I messaged my husband, asking for advice, which is when I learned something new. So yeah, she seems to be wary of me. That in turn makes things more suspicious for me.
I see. I thought this was something I shouldn't say, but I guess there's no choice. This actually isn't the first time she's doing something like this.
Like having an affair?
Yeah, she's done it twice already.
Twice?
She always gets caught, and we would have to go through so much trouble for it.
Well, yeah. Why did your father forgive her?
The first time she did it, it didn't become much of a big deal. But the second time, they were talking about getting a divorce.
Obviously.
But Mom broke down in tears, saying she would never do it again. Dad, in the end, loved her so much that he forgave her.
I see. So that means this is now her third time. It must surely mean the end for her then.
To be honest, yeah.
What should I do?
Don't tell Dad just yet. I'll talk to Mom first.
And so, he decided to first talk to his mother. A few days later, he went to see her. I was so worried about the result I messaged before he came home. Are you done?
Yeah. She admitted it after I kept on relentlessly asking her about it.
So that really means... So what now? What are you gonna do?
She said she was going to break up with the guy, and asked me to keep this a secret from Dad.
Are you going to listen to her?
I haven't decided.
So now it became a meeting between me and him. The topic obviously was whether or not we should tell this to his father. My feelings told me we should tell him about it, and make her pay for what she has done. But there was also a reason not to do that. I know that my father-in-law takes good care of his wife, so talking about a divorce would really hurt his feelings. And he is almost 60, so finding a new person would be really difficult for him. Because of that, we had to postpone making a final decision. After finding out a crazy news, I immediately contacted my mother-in-law. I was just surfing through social media and I saw your account. Are you on a trip? Yeah, with a friend. I see, a friend. I'm assuming it's a girl, right? Of course. If you're talking about the other incident, that's already over. But your photos look really odd. What's so odd about them? It's just a photo of the inn we are staying at. It's not the room. It's the bag in the corner of the photo. It just looks so much like it belongs to a man. Yeah, my friend is not the type to care about those kinds of things. I've been telling her to be more feminine. LOL. I see. Who is she like? We've been friends since we were students. Then, could you send a photo of just you and her? Why? You know why. I don't want to. How would I even explain that to my friend? Just ask her to come take a photo with you. You're on a trip. That's completely normal. And sending that photo to your daughter-in-law is nothing unusual at all. But she doesn't like taking photos. It can be from behind. Fine, you're right. I'm here with the guy. We're making this our last memory together. You think saying this is your last time is going to get you free every time, don't you? The fact that you two are on a trip together is enough to tell me you aren't feeling sorry for anything. Please, keep this between us. My husband would be in such a shock if he hears about this. You telling him about this is not going to make anyone happy, you know that. This is really going to be my last time, okay? I couldn't even get myself to reply to that. I just left it on red and held my head. To think someone like her even exists. I then consulted my husband and we decided this can't be kept a secret any longer. We then went over to talk to his father and told him everything. I was worried how he would react, but his reaction after hearing everything was something I didn't expect. I received a message from my mother-in-law who seemed to be in a pickle. What is going on? Please explain this. What are you talking about? I came home to find a divorce paper laying on our table. I think that's quite self-explanatory. You should be asking your husband, not me. I did. I called him immediately. He said that his attorney is going to explain everything, so he wants me to wait. Then that's exactly what you should do. You told him, didn't you? Yeah, although apparently it was unnecessary. Huh? He was aware of your affair since 6 months ago. He of course knows about Tai Chi as well. He knew about you two since 6 months ago. And that you also have one other guy. How does he know that much? He was feeling suspicious, so he hired a detective to investigate. He showed me the case file. There's really no way you can talk out of this. He has your photos. You're telling me that he spent the last 6 months not telling me anything, and continue collecting proof of my affairs? That's right. This is your third time, so he couldn't forgive you. He had the patience of a saint, but that makes it even scarier now that he's mad. So that means I'm getting a divorce. I'm left with no money? Worse, you're going to have to pay him consolation fee. Oh, by the way, you already sold that house, so you have to leave before next month. He can't do that. It's my house, too. That house was owned by him before marrying you. It's not a shared estate. Oh, and there's one more thing I have to tell you. You might not know this. Taichi, who you are having an affair with, also has a family of his own. That day, when I told everything to my father-in-law, he didn't get flustered and just listened. He then revealed to us about his divorce plan. And so, my mother-in-law, or who is now my ex-mother-in-law, had to go through a divorce and pay a consultation fee. Her affairs were so vicious, which summed up her payment quite a bit. Furthermore, as last stated, her boyfriend also had a family of his own. And my father-in-law was kind enough to share his knowledge with them. So my ex-mother-in-law had to pay additional consultation fee to her boyfriend's wife as well. What I learned from this incident are two things. One is that having an affair will land you in hell. Another is that someone who is usually kind to others is the last person you want to make mad.